Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the shit show. Hey, Marcus. Welcome, an Angel. How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. I've been reading a lot of community responses to Epic's announcement yesterday. Until after the stream, I missed the part because I only skimmed it, that 5.8 is the final version, which to me was the nail in the coffin. Hey, Mathery, welcome in. Ethan, welcome in, guys. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I was like somewhat like okay, fine. You know, they might there's still a chance of them doing something like to replace blueprints with. It's not 100%, although they have no plans right now. But then when I read that the 5.8 was the final version, I was like, oh. It's not. Unreal's not a great spot. Unreal 5, that is. But sure. That's the last version. Hey, random guy, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Gonna learn verse now? No. It doesn't matter if it's verse or some other programming language. The problem is I just don't enjoy coding or syntax. I'm an artist first. I'm a programmer, quote unquote, second. Right? It's like, could you have every artist program? Right? No. Can you have every programmer be a good artist? No. But some people go from artist to a technical artist, and some people go from programmer to a technical artist, right? They go a little bit into that other side. But to ask the artists to go full programmer is a big ask. Are we talking about Epic doing dumb stuff? Yeah. Just for a little bit, and then we'll go back to game dev. It's not gonna be as long as yesterday. Welcome in, Leo. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Usually EU versions are per console generation. What a sea change. EU versions are per console generation. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Guess we all just forever use U5 and U6, see no games. I mean, for me, right? I have to stick with UE5 at this point, with whatever it is, because right, I want to finish the game, and there's no way I'm converting it to UE6 if system. So for my game, this is it. This is going to be the final version. Yeah, 5.8. Once all the plugins get released and I get updated, that'll be it. And the only I was talking with Tim, the developer of PCGEX. I was telling him, like, well, you're now my only hope of any updates to PCG for the next 3 years. So I guess a good time as any to start learning PCGEX like fully inside and out, because there's not going to be any more updates to PCG after this. Obviously, updates in 6.0, but that's in 3 years, right? That's approximately. I really like the way C++ and Blueprints complement each other right now in Engine. Like, sometimes you do a simple CPP class, then do logic and Blueprints. Yeah. There's things that, I mean, if they kept Blueprints and just changed the underlying thing to verse, everyone will be happy. I don't think a single person would complain if they just kept the general Blueprint stuff and then just made it work with verse and whatever their new system is. But like the visual design, the plugging in, right, all that would stay. You need to relearn how the new system works, right, all that, sure. But if they just kept that, you know, I think most people, I would be fine. Like, cool, yeah, we're gonna need to change things. It's not an actor-based system anymore, but that's to be expected. But just deprecating it and decades of tutorials, that's gonna be it's a blow to indies and solo devs and small teams. It's not a blow to big companies, but things like this never are. UE6 was supposed to come out when PlayStation 6 came out? Oh, I didn't hear anything about that. I mean, maybe PlayStation 6 is coming out then. We doubt we won't see a 5.9. It's possible we'll see a 5.9. But the thing that I'm conscious of is they said they have they're not throwing 5.9 off the table, but that also means that they are currently happy with the state of Unreal 5. Otherwise, they would have said, we're definitely making a 5.9. Right now, they said, no, we are not planning to, but if we need to, we will. So that means currently, with 5.8, they are happy with its state. Obviously, we'll get some hotfix patches, like 8.1, 2, 3, whatever, however many there are going to be. Right? I'm sure those will come. But in terms of the major versions, even for going out of experimental for some features, we'll see. But I won't hold my breath, because they themselves basically have said that it's a great state now. The biggest kick in the teeth is the thousands of tutorial videos that will be made redundant. Yes, that's the thing, right? Because keep in mind, Blueprints came out in Unreal Engine 4. Almost 2 decades of tutorials are going to be obsolete. Now you might think, okay, well, Unreal Engine 4 tutorials aren't really being used much these days. Cool. Nearly a decade of tutorials are going to be obsolete. Does that make you feel better if you're one of those people? A lot of the Unreal Engine 4 tutorials still work today. A lot of the stuff, the notes might have changed a little bit. The UI is obviously different. But, yeah. Goodbye all the tutorials. EU1 released during the PS1 era. EU2 released PS2. Did it really? I never noticed. I never paid attention to that. But I'll take your word for it. They made blueprints that can be artist friendly. Yeah. How many versions of 5.8 do you think will release? I mean, they were just hotfix versions. Because keep in mind that whatever 8 dot whatever will come out, there will never be a scenario where an experimental feature goes to beta or beta goes to production ready. That's never done in a hotfix point incremental version. So they'll fix some bugs, but nothing big will change. Not to the point where it's out of experimental or into production or anything then. Definitely irony with a console statement is also that most people aren't buying the new consoles. Or yeah, that is true. E4 was the first free version of the engine, right? Yes, asterisk. Because technically you could get UDK for free if you bought Unreal Engine 3. Unreal Tournament 3. Unreal Tournament 3 came with UDK, which is where I started. So, yes, asterisk. Because technically you had to buy Unreal Tournament 3 or Unreal Tournament 2. I don't remember, one of the Unreal Tournaments. I don't think it was before Unreal Tournament 3. One of them. Either way. So, you use UE4 still? Yeah, some people still do. I mean, the one reason where I might go back to UE4 would be if I wanted to make a web-based game. I would need to go back to 4.23 or 2.4, which was the last version that supported the web, like HTML packaging. Feels like Epic are leaning into the vibe coding aspect and away from the AI. Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. We'll see. One of the reasons they're doing this is not just budget, also development resource allocation. Trying to make C++/Verse mainstream because it would be less maintenance to make a blueprint-compatible version of C++ code. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. A lot of VR games are still in UE4. I can imagine that because VR is like you have to be really optimized for that, and a lot of the stuff you just don't need. I mean, they are, Leo, in a sense. They had a whole giant section of Claude just doing the design for stuff. So, in a sense. Oh, by the way, my immediate question was, can I undo whatever that AI did? Because if it makes a mistake and I can't undo, that's 3 years, I guess. UDK was available on the Unreal Engine website with a dedicated subpage, and you can grab it for free, but you did want to publish, you had to pay Epic $99 commercial. Okay, yeah, that's... Hey, Sean, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Title's quite interesting. I mean, it's accurate. It is accurate. The thing that I noticed from reading a bunch of like community feedback is basically the people that don't use blueprints or just in general don't like blueprints are the only ones that are like, oh yeah, sure, this is a good change. That's the only ones. But the ones that actually use the blueprints are all against it. I haven't seen a single comment, and I've read a lot of them, that was like, I use blueprints, but I'm happy with this change. The only ones were people who just don't like blueprints to begin with, or have decided, you know, I use blueprints minimally because I don't like them, for whatever reason. That's the only ones that I've seen. They're like, oh yeah, that's a good change. Basically, artists are in agreement that it is a bad thing if you're an artist. You saw some tech personnel in some high circles saying that the way AI writes code is as though it's being interviewed. It's excessive code and a necessary flub that doesn't need to be there. UE4 didn't remove HTML5 support until 4.2.4. Which one they removed entirely. I wouldn't recommend using the later version of UE4 for HTML. Yeah, you need to go 4.2.4 or earlier. I mean, it depends. We'll see how long that Ouroboros eats itself. Here's what I'm imagining. Okay, here's generally what I think could happen. There's 3 years until UE6, okay? Let's assume that Epic does not cave and decide to make a blueprint equivalent replacement, because they've confirmed now in multiple places from Epic devs that there is no plans for it. Let's assume that there is no equivalent to blueprints. Hey, Godot. Hey, Unity. Hey, every other engine. You have 3 years to do a visual node-based system. And I promise you, if it is even remotely competent enough to make a game with, like a single-player game with, doesn't need to be multiplayer, a single-player game, you will have indies and solo devs running to your engine. Just on that. I promise you. Like, I know there is nothing right now that is equivalent to that degree right now, but other Game? Other game engines, if you're listening, you got 3 years roughly. Do it, please. Hey Henry, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You know, a couple of devs at Epic that use exclusively blueprints or majority blue. Yeah. You're a loyal user of blueprints, although you have also learned C++/Rust. Yeah. A lot. I mean, blueprints is part of Unreal since Unreal 4. Was he a crap ton of vibe coder Unreal videos? Oh, yeah. I imagine you'll start seeing them already. Verse sucks. It's like a bad version of already bad Python. Yeah, I saw a little bit of verse code, and I saw a little bit of Godot code, and Godot code I could read. And verse looked like a mess. Also, that's the other thing. I haven't met a single person that has used verse that says verse code is good. I've only seen people shit on verse code and its syntax. So, I mean, it could change. It could improve for full release, but they didn't give it flying colors. You're likely to switch to Godot because the syntax of Godot is relatively simple and does not require too much attention to grammar details. Yeah, the little bit that was posted in the Discord made me feel like, if anything, I could learn that one. So welcome in, Revolution Art. Max, how's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. CryEngine tried a blueprint system. Nobody liked it. Well, you have to do it well. You can't just add it. But also, CryEngine is insanely overcomplicated from what I know, just to begin with. It used to be, like, new user-friendly. It can't just be, oh yeah, we just made it nodes, but it's still going to be, like, annoying to use as a new user. Do we use sticking C++ if that's the case? From my understanding, the engine is C++ and the gameplay is verse. So I don't know if you'll be able to do the entire gameplay with C++. Yeah, Unity isn't intuitive from what I know, and isn't fully built out. Godot removed theirs in 4.0, but there's a plugin that does it. Why is the Unreal Engine community on fire exactly? Oh yeah, haven't you heard? Unreal Engine 6, goodbye blueprints. And 5.8 is the last version, so don't expect anything to get fixed, or, you know, the new experimental features they just added. Like the new foliage stuff and the mesh terrain. Yeah, that's going to be experimental for the next 3 years, roughly. So people are a little bit upset. Just a little. Oh yeah, and also Unreal 6 has a big AI integration where it just does everything for you. So that is a little bit of why people are slightly upset currently at the Unreal 6 situation. Just a quick summary. Have you heard of Angel Script? I think that's for C++, right? What do you mean verse code? It's the is the coding language of UEFN for Fortnite. That's the other thing. Most people don't care about Fortnite and joining into Unreal. They don't. I don't. Many people don't. They're not trying to make Fortnite. They're trying to make their own game. So it being combined is not a like, oh, yay. I have other gripes in general, like the Y up thing after decades of using Z up. But that's my own battle. That's now on the bottom in comparison. Is what you're gonna ship on UE5 then, because you know they were using a lot of experimental stuff. I mean, there's probably gonna be UE5, yeah. The changing Y up? Huh? Wait, Leo, are you joking, or is Ginny just actually hear about that? You're occasionally not here, so I don't know if you're actually first time or not. Hey, Rohan, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, that's not part of the live stream. That's just old news. Yeah, UE6 is Y up. So, by the way, I know they said there's going to be like a path to go from Unreal 5 into Unreal 6. I want to see the path of them changing the entire axis system from Z up to Y up and how that's going to work for your project. Because if it doesn't do it automatically, and I don't know how it can, because that's gonna go into structs, it's gonna go into every, like, that's a giant change. Yeah, good luck upgrading your project. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Rohan. Anyway. So basically, I'm sticking to Unreal 5 for my game, obviously. I mean, it's going to be 3 years development. I imagine my full game will not be released in 3 years. By that point, I'm hoping to be like in an early access type thing on Steam or something. Kickstarter, you know, something. I mean, maybe I'll be done with the game. I don't know. But either way, for me, there's no plans to go to Unreal 6 at this point. Did you hear that Unreal 5.8 released today? Yesterday. No, welcome to the club. It released yesterday. We took a look at some stuff on stream yesterday, actually. Yeah, the Sunday's video is going to be going over the array support in 5.8 that was introduced for PCG. That is extremely easy to use and super powerful, and allows you to set variables now on blueprints with a single node, even arrays, which is great. So super powerful. So love that. And then the video after that will be structs, an update to the struct video. And honestly, I might just make updates to certain videos. Like at this point, right? Like, this is the other thing I was thinking about. Like at this point, there's nothing new that's coming out. So I might as well just make the new, like, latest, like, here's all the ways of using all these PCG nodes. Because I don't have to worry for 3 years about them being deprecated. So it's like, maybe I just make like, oh yeah, here's the new basics video of XYZ. 5.8 will go the way of 4.2. Yeah, probably, but they're not going to add new features. They might do, like, I think bug fixes most likely, but I doubt they're going to add like new features. If they do, cool. But I don't have high hopes. We'll see. They're replacing 3D rendering with image generation. I mean, if you watch the live stream, you might think that. Yeah. That was part of the demos they did. Where you see one thing in Unreal and another thing for what's actually being rendered. Upgrade your project from UE4 to UE5. It wasn't hard. It can't be that hard to upgrade to UE6. But here's the thing. UE6 is changing entirely. Blueprint's going to be deprecated. The actor system's going to be gone. You might be able to upgrade to 6.0, but eventually it will be a nightmare. And again, I don't know how it's going to, the whole Y-up system, how that's going to migrate. But yeah, UE6 C++ engine verse gameplay. Done videos on the PCG editor mode. Like the one where you like can move individual pieces. Yeah, I have a video on that. It was done during the preview because obviously just Unreal 5.8 just fully released. But yeah, I've done that. Unless you're talking about like PCG mode, like when you do selection, landscape, right, that mode, then I also have plenty of videos on that too. What are they gonna do for the actress? No, it's not gonna be. There's no actor system anymore in EU6. That's the thing. I don't know how things are gonna convert. They might have it in the first few versions. Well, they said they will, and then it's gonna go deprecated. So it means no more updates for it. Yeah, but Cascade has been deprecated and not gotten a single update. So there, at that point, that's it, right? You're stuck on that version. So yes, you could update to Unreal 6, potentially maybe 6.1 or 6.2, but that's it. Then you'll be stuck. So at that point, maybe you just stay on 5. And I am curious. Hey, Collider, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I am actually curious. So, like, Steam has the whole AI policy, where if you have consumer-facing AI, you have to disclose it. Unreal Engine 6 is basically consumer-facing AI completely, like at the engine level. So if you make your game with Unreal Engine 6, you have to make tick that box. Oh yeah, we used AI as a consumer-facing thing to generate the entire environment and the layout and everything. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know the answer to this, but we'll see. You're going to mall, Neo? Have a good one. Have fun molding. They're removing blueprints that will break most of the underlying C++, so no projects will be... No, they're keeping blueprints for the... they said the first few versions, or however they phrased it. Like, basically, the first few versions, they'll have it. So, like, we don't know. Maybe that means 6.0 and 6.1 or 6.2. I don't know how many, because Unreal 4 went to 0.25, or really 0.27, and Unreal 5 has gone to 0.8 in less time. So, see. Looking forward to the Godot tutorials. I mean, genuinely, after the game's done, I mean, I looked into Godot. Obviously, I'm not gonna change engines now. There's no reason to, but nevertheless, the little clip of someone showing the Godot comparison with Verse was kind of big. If I can find it. So this here is the same thing in Verse, which is the one above in lighter color. This one here. And this is Godot. Now, I'll tell you this. If I had to learn one, I could see myself learning this one. I can't see myself learning this one. Even if you put spaces in. I made it a little bit cleaner. This is readable. This is, dear God. So I could see myself going with a Godot route at some point in the future. Not anytime soon, but... Oh yeah, dude, well, I'm looking forward to 5.8. I have already, I'm migrating my entire mob spawning system to PCG. I'm looking forward to setting that up. Yeah, verse Godot. Have you seen the new crowd example? I have not. There's a lot of stuff I haven't seen yet. Like the motion capture thing that some people were mentioning that doesn't require points, but I don't know how any of that works. So I haven't seen any videos on it or anything. If you have a video like of someone going over it and how it works, yeah, link it in the Discord. I'd love to see. But I just haven't gone around to it. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff we need to experiment with. But yeah, that's where we are. Why would they break all that? What even is driving this insanity? Who knows? Also, I love it. I made a community post like on everywhere after yesterday's stream, and my main focus on that was actually on the fact that 5.8 was the last version, but nobody was talking about that. Everyone's talking about the blueprint thing, and I don't blame them. It's just, I guess for me, it was the 5.8 being the last version was what really was like the nail in the coffin for me. So that was what prompted me to post that. Probably aiming on AI that will write verse perfectly. Yeah, who knows? Anyways, my throat hurts today. It has hurt all day, so there's a chance of me calling it early. Just a heads up, because I don't know if talking a bunch is gonna make it worse. But if it does, I might call it early. So just a heads up. Why, for heaven's sake, can they use a language that is easy to use? Or, yeah. That's asking for a lot. I'm curious why they need to create a full new language. Are there not enough languages already? As a non-coder, I have to ask that question. I feel like there's so many programming languages already. I feel like one of them... Can't one of them work already? Why have to learn a new one? For everyone? I don't know. I'm not a coder, so I don't know. Throw hurts because too much screen. What? Unreal 6, yeah. It's basically the same as the face mocap, but for money. Send a video on Discord. Oh, I saw that being recommended to me. Yeah, I'll check that out. Do you have to use MetaHuman? Because the video link is MetaHuman. Like, can I put that on just Unreal Mannequin? No idea? Okay, that's fine. I'll check it out at some point. Even if they were to create their own, they could do it better than Python. I've heard always good things about Python. They're all bad. All the languages are bad. MetaHuman, they have the whole thing to convert custom mesh to MetaHuman. Yeah. I'm mostly curious about it working on the Unreal Mannequin, because if you can work on the Unreal default Mannequin, then you can migrate the animations easily. But I guess if you can migrate the animations from a MetaHuman rig to a regular Mannequin, then I guess it doesn't matter either. Yeah. Anyway, shall we go into Unreal, actually? Just because we're in Unreal doesn't mean we have to stop talking about that stuff. I'm fine continuing to chat about it. Okay, if you could just do a retargeter, then theoretically, Should be fine. It would be interesting. You had popcorn for lunch. I mean, I feel like that's more of a snack, but I guess it depends how much popcorn you had. Because you eat a lot of popcorn for very few calories. And if you had like buckets of popcorn, I guess at a certain point, I can consider that a lunch. But otherwise, it's more of a snack. The question is, did you have it like with something, like with some spices, some butter, or was it just like plain popcorn? Butter. Nice. And salt. Nice. Both good options. Thinking I'll wait to treat 5.8 as the final version of UE and leave it at that. It'll be interesting to see if Epic eventually backpedals. I'm gonna treat 5.8. Oh yeah, that's what you should do. Yeah. Well, I guess you mean like final version of Unreal Engine, like as in also not counting 6. Okay. Yeah, as far as we know right now, it is the final version of Unreal 5. Yes, there might be potentially a UE 5.9, but the fact that they didn't say it was a guaranteed 5.9 means they're happy with the current version of 5.8, which by itself is a worrying statement to me. Oh, I can't do a delay here, can I? Damn it. Okay, we need to figure out a different system for this. Like we have 427 plus? What is the 427 plus? I'm not aware of that one. PCG will undergo a large transformation as well with UE6 regarding actors. I mean, everything will. Actors are going to be gone eventually. Mostly community fixes? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Protein was the fly in the melted butter. Hey, crunchy. We need a system. This is what's happening here. I have a jump attack, but I need a on-landed thing. So when we do the attack, it needs to send the information of this to wherever the attack is happening, and on landed, or on the completion of that attack, it should spawn this. Just here. So basically, oh, hold on. Here, you launch care. But I don't have a I have jump duration. I have jump duration. So I can do here, delay. And then here, I can do it here. Yeah, I can do it here. interface. I will say it's been really interesting reading about all this. Like I've mentioned it before, I enjoy like watching drama. Like I don't like being in drama though. Surprise, surprise. Like I don't try to be like, yeah, let's pick a fight. This I'm just passionate about, which is why I'm hoping if they hear enough people like, hey, what's up? They'll they might reconsider. I have no hope for it though. We'll see. Interfaces. When game developments take many years, it would be great if Epic stopped doing the whole move fast and break things bit. Well, here's the thing. This is the part that always confused me for Unreal 5. People say they go too fast, but Unreal 5 had 8 versions in this amount of time. Unreal 4 had 27 total. Doesn't Unreal 4 was development considerably faster in terms of major releases than Unreal 5's? Now, back then, I wasn't keeping up with it, just like that. So I don't actually know from like personal experience using it version to version. But just going off of the numbers, isn't Unreal 5 slower to releases than Unreal 4? Nobody knows. Can't remember, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't. I figured it was gonna be a long shot. I was like, yeah, maybe. What am I gonna need here? I could try doing all of this. I'm definitely gonna need actor. Yeah, actor. You'd rather have bug fixes than new features A&A? I was really hoping for at least 1 to 2 versions, at the very least, of just like major Unreal 5 releases that were just performance and bug fixes. I thought that was like a definite thing. Apparently not. Updates were slower on UE4 until they moved fairly fast within UE5. But like, actually, I mean, we know what we can try. We can just find out. What was the time period between major UE4 releases versus UE5 releases? Again, I wasn't paying attention to UE4. Every 3 to 6 months for UE4. And we'll follow similar cadence. That doesn't seem right. Is just 4.0 to 427, 7 years, 5 months. So 3 to 4 months between updates. Well, okay. April 22nd, 4 years, similar 3 to 6 months intervals. So it's just because it's just that much shorter of a time span. I feel like it's not. I mean, 3 to 6 is a big. Oh, this is 3 to 4. This is 3 to 6. So yes. So this is averaging 3.5. This is averaging 4.5. So yes, it is slower in Unreal 5. Yeah, not by much, but still a little bit slower. Probably like every 8 months. Yeah, it felt like it. At least the last few versions, and they weren't that huge. Also, it does annoy me, by the way, the fact that they focused on visuals in Unreal 5 and performance in Unreal 6 instead of just improving the performance in Unreal 5 and then making Unreal 6. Also, just a random question that I was thinking about earlier today when I was reading all the stuff about Unreal Engine going on. Unreal 6 is Unreal Engine 5 combined with UEFN. That's Unreal Engine 6. Blueprints are going away. Actors are going away. Versus replacing all the C++ for gameplay. What part of the Unreal 5 part is staying? What part of Unreal 5 is going to be merged with UEFN? Because what is left? Because maybe I missed something, but I feel like the biggest parts of Unreal 5 are being removed for Unreal 6. Maybe I missed something. The UI is staying. Cool, I guess. Hey, Gregory. Hey, Turner. Welcome in. How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. All games going forward need to be Fortnite compatible? Comparable? I mean, who knows? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know, like, there's Nanite, there's Lumen, right? All that stuff, but, like, it's such a big thing. A big and crazy thing. I would love to have sat into those meetings just to know what the hell they were thinking when they're like, oh, yeah, I'm sure people will love this change. Or it's more of the, yeah, people will not like it, but financially it makes the most sense. We're going to do it anyway. I'm curious which one it was. Because I don't think they're stupid enough to realize that there's going to be not any pushback. Is it telling the only thing they're removing is Cascade? No. They're removing Blueprints. That's confirmed. Blueprints is being deprecated. And Blueprints, as you know, it is going away confirmed. With the entire actor-based system. It just won't be gone for like a couple of versions. But then eventually it'll be gone. First it'll be deprecated, and then it'll be gone. They said that, I think, even on their live stream. And they've definitely said it on the Twitter post. Yeah, you could say 3 years from now for deprecation. That is plenty of time to change their minds. Yes. But keep in mind that the entire blueprint system will need to be redone from the ground up. So it's not like let me just decide to do that a year before release. So. Oh, it's been a Fortnite development engine? Well, it's always been a Unreal Tournament development engine until Unreal 4, when they killed one of my favorite games. I like Unreal Tournament 1 was so fun. Someone remade it in UE5, I think. I meant to like play it. I don't remember if I could, but Unreal Tournament was so good. Uh, I don't know if you guys ever played it, but it was a fun game. Oh, this isn't can't just do that. I need to actually just set the values. And then we can spawn it whatever we need. Oh, actually, I don't need the character reference. The character reference is going to be this. So yeah, just it's going to be self. So a lot of this actually can be simplified. They need to bring back Unreal Tournament. Jeez, yeah. Unreal Tournament was so fun. There will be a visual scripting version of Verse, so threat not. No, they confirmed there isn't. Multiple Epic devs have confirmed there is no plans currently of a visual equivalent of Blueprints in Unreal 6. Multiple devs have now confirmed it. Currently, nothing is planned for it. I know people are hoping there is, but there's multiple devs that confirmed at the current moment there's absolutely zero plans to make it. It is going to be full code. Like your DOS batch file skills? You know DOS? Man. Yeah, a few people have said that. They think the reason it's going away is because vibe coding can't do nodes. You guys know DOS? What? Yeah, I can't even say you're old because I don't know if DOS was. I know DOS was around when I was a kid, but I don't know. What years were those? (1981 to 1995). So, I mean, I was born in between then. So I was born in the DOS years, but I was definitely too young for it to actually do anything. Scale. When you were born, they were still doing moon landings. MCP connections are already write blueprint decently. That's not the reason. Possibly. Who knows? No, they said something about it, but again, it's not like there's been a few videos of basically an IDE. It's just a slightly more visual IDE from what people have shared. But as far as a blueprint-like setup, confirmed, multiple Epic devs, not coming. They can change their mind. Born 85, you missed DOS. I was born after 85. So yeah, in that regard, I definitely missed DOS. Rotation and class needs to also send through.
Ads. Stream paused. My brain is also paused.
You were coding, programming Pascal in 85. Yeah, I wasn't born yet. Sorry. I want to be born for another 4 years. I was born in 89. Goes from 89, nice. You went to university in 89. See, we have an 89 there in our history. You wonder what the UE roadmap will look like now that 5A is the last? There will be a roadmap. They might release like a future roadmap for Unreal 6, but if the previous versions are anything to go by, they're not going to release that until end of 2027 when the preview comes out. Because the past few times they've only released the roadmap when the preview came out, which currently is roughly end of 2027. We'll see. Yeah, end of 2028 or early mid 2029 is the estimate for UE6. So about 2.5 to 3 years of no updates anymore to UE5. I will say With Unreal 5.8 being the final version, two things. One, it gives me freedom to make like the last, like, here's how you do X thing in PCG type thing. Because it is the latest version, it's not gonna be changing, right? I can do that and be like, cool, this is just the latest and greatest. You're not going to worry about a newer one. But also, there's nothing new coming out. There's only so much I can do in terms of tutorials for like PCG before it's like I'm out. So I don't know what the hell I'm gonna be doing in like a year. So we will see. Maybe by that point I'll figure out how to branch out properly and easily. But just a thought that the channel's probably going to change in the next year because if no updates, I'm going to definitely run out of stuff for sure. Hey, Husky, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. PCG Inverse. I mean, the PCG's coming to Unreal 6. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, hold on. I believe if I send information through a blueprint interface, I can get the information down the line, I'm pretty sure, without needing to save it as a variable. Because it should be stored here as the last thing. Right? I'm gonna test that. Because that will allow me to not store these as variables. Because I need to do it at a later point in time. I don't know, let's do like 2 seconds later. Sure, just you do procedural vegetation? Learn Houdini? I've done a tutorial on procedural vegetation. But, like, yeah, I can go more in depth, but there's not much. It's pretty simple to use. Brad Schaffer making procedural tree videos. See what you did there? Yeah, all good. Yeah, I made it during the preview. I showed how to take like a static mesh and bring it in. And spawning it is just a simple node in PCG. So I didn't show that part, but it's experimental. Like, it's not production ready. So I don't know. You didn't recommend the stream either. You just remembered with your brain. Good. I mean, it's the same time every weekday, so feel free to set an alarm. Turn on Discord notifications, the server. You just make it enable it for the channel. Just ways. Tamsino, thank you so much for the subscription. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Stormman, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Can you believe we went through a whole engine version and their modeling still sucks? It's it's okay. I'm your 9:31 alarm. It's 7:40 right now. Spawn actor on. Can I jump? That's fine. It doesn't matter. Oh, I need to run this on the animation. So that means that for the test, this can't be here. So I need to probably run this. Just do a custom event which will run this, which will then print this after a few seconds. So if the information has stayed on it, we should be able to use it. Even optimizing your garden blueprints, you had to change a lot. Nice. Going well. 7:40 for you too. Bright as fuck right now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's gonna get brighter for what? 3 more days? 4 more days? 21st, 22nd is the brightest day. Now that was the double attack. I need to do... Oh, there it is. Character. Yeah. So I can totally do that. So instead of saving these variables, I can just use them. After... on a custom event, when I need to. It'll just use the latest whatever was plugged in, or whatever was sent. Nice. Good for your solar panels? Yeah. It's not... Wanna know it's not good for? The temperature. Tuesday, I'm getting the final piece I need to try out the new air conditioning system. So we'll see how that goes. So here we can do a few things. Get scale half heights. That's this. Location offset is this. You anymore. Don't need you anymore because that's just going to be self. And then we don't need this because obviously we have itself. It's a branch. Get spawned actors. Just to add unique. Class is class. Rotation is rotation. Okay. And then this runs this. So theoretically, that should work. You may see you're jealous. Is your holiday? How to get your roof? I mean, look, it's 76 degrees right now. It was 77 point something just a little bit earlier, and that's with my current air conditioner. That's not strong enough. But the new one is here, but it's a dual exhaust one, and I don't have like a sliding door contraption for it. So I'm waiting for that to come in, which unfortunately didn't have like a prime shipping option. It was like a week to ship it. So we'll see. Get heat pumps installed on Reno a couple of years ago. AC was a bonus you never thought you'd have to use until the brutal summer last year. There's no looking forward section on the roadmap anymore. That's normal, Rohan. Don't think about that too much. Every time a new version has been released in the last, I forget how many versions, the looking forward section goes away, and the only time it has been returned is when the preview of the next version was released. Yeah, the looking forward for the past like 2 or 3 Unreal versions has not been a thing. They've only released the looking forward to section back when the preview of the next version came out. I don't know why. Almost 10 p.m. and still 85 degrees. Oof. You can never use Godot. It has a funny robot face. What are you shame on you, Rohan? We use freedom units here. Okay? As a proud person living in Canada, I use freedom units. People say Godot. Oh, I say Godot. I'm a monster. Godot, like robot. Yeah, I am. You have to use Fahrenheit. You live in a strange part of the world. Live in Canada? That makes it worse? You have CM here? Not for... not for everything. Hey, check your oven. That's not C. That's Fahrenheit. Look, I love bringing this up every single time. I love the Canada measurement system. This is absolutely accurate, by the way. What I'm about to show is absolutely accurate. I just want to show you guys. For those of you that don't know. This is the Canadian measurement system. Genuinely, this is accurate. What are you measuring? Speed? Metric. If it's distance, is it your height? Yes, it's imperial. They do feet and inches for height here. If it's not your height, is it a long distance? Yes, it's metric because it's distance traveled. No, is it related to work? Yes, it's imperial. No, then it's metric. Genuinely, this is accurate. Temperature, is it for cooking? Yes, it's Fahrenheit. Is it the pool's temperature? Yes, it's still Fahrenheit. No, it's Celsius. Is it your weight? Yes, it's pounds. Although not everywhere. If you go to like the doctor, it'll be kilograms. Is it heavy? Yes, kilograms. No, pounds. If I go to the grocery store, it's in pounds. Like it'll say how much something costs per pound, not per kilogram. Volume, is it for cooking? Yes, cups and spoons. No, metric. This is genuinely Canada's measuring system. It does not have a definitive one or the other. It has decided that, what are you measuring with? Yes. And this is very accurate. British influences, we do all that. The reason why this is so much trade happens with the United States that like certain things just make sense to just not convert. Like, for example, a lot of lumber and things of that nature for like house building comes from the US. And so to convert feet and inches doesn't make sense because it's just then extra calculations for no reason versus just using it. A lot of the appliances, like the oven, are from the US. It's just easier to use them as is. It's just like that. They just decide, you know what? We don't care. And that's why it's one of them was for work. If it's for work, right, it's going to be Imperial. Just because of that. Can I move up here? Oh. Split you. Because the order does not matter, right? Actual location minus the offset. Wait, is this supposed to be minus? This is supposed to be plus. This is supposed to be plus. That's why I had to use a negative number before. That's where it should be. Back in the 70s, they tried to convert the US to metric. Didn't go over well. Yeah, I heard about that. For cooking or doing a science, Celsius is better. The thing is, for cooking, most recipes that people have here are all in Fahrenheit. That's why it's just easier here in North America to just use Fahrenheit. Because that's where all the recipes are. That's what, yeah, everything here is. So from that point of view, like, I get why. Like, it all makes sense. You kind of, you adapt to your environment, right? So as long as 3 alligators, yeah, we in America we measure things in shotgun shells and freedom units. In Britain, we did a half-arsed metrication in 1970, which we couldn't afford to replace all of the road signs, which are still in miles, so we sell petrol in liters while measuring car efficiency in miles per gallon. Wait, really? Wait. Wait, are your roads in miles? No. Wait, do your cars go in miles per hour? Or do your cars, well, I guess they have to be if, yeah. Huh. So you guys are also like par. So you guys are also like that. Huh. I thought that only Canada was this weird abomination. And Weight in Stone. Oh yeah, I've heard of that one. I have heard of that one. I don't know what a stone is. Like, I know what a stone is, but I don't know what a stone is. Does car speedometer have scales for both? Oh, so do like my car, but like my car is in miles per hour and it has a small kilometers, which is also why when I used to drive here, instead of using that small kilometers per hour, it's hard to read. I would just use like the Wise GPS that told me my speed limit in miles, and then I use that to check my speed, assuming there's no one ahead of me, because obviously I'm following someone. Match the speed and you'll be fine, assuming they're not like speeding compared to everyone else. But like, right. You know what I wish someone added? I want a way in Unreal to find unused functions. Like you can do delete unused variables. I want to delete unused functions. It would be so nice. Also, I wish that delete unused variables also worked on local variables, which it doesn't. That's the other one. I don't think there's any country that goes entirely metric. Here in Brazil, we use both inches and millimeters for pipes, for example. Wait, inches and millimeters? Why both? Like, I understand choosing one or the other, but mixing it is interesting. How many pebbles is stone? A lot. A 3-inch to 75mm adapter, for example. You know, to be fair, you know what? The US does use metric for certain things. For example, there's the 4mm Flaubert short for the long, the 4.5 by 26mm MKR. If you don't know what these things are, they're bullets. Yeah, we used. I'm pretty sure we use metric for our firearms. I don't think it's all of them, but And camera lenses. Hey, Pepsi, no, look, I'm in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Serious precision requires serious numbers. Yeah. Let's see if this works. Oh, I need to actually run this though for it to work. Other hand? Other hand? I think I use the other hand. Not both hands. Other hand. Your left hand, please. That's both. I need left. Okay, so he did it, but nothing happened. Oh, did the redeem work? Hold on. No, it didn't. Hold on. There you go. Let me check why real quick. I think I just didn't update it. Ba, 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 ba. Yes. Yeah, I changed some stuff around. So let me fix that real quick. Give me a moment. This now needs to be yes, and yes. Okay, for the future, it should work. Also, I don't know if it'll revert automatically now. That's not YouTube, bro. Have a good night. Call later. Thanks, Tom. Bye. That's a Twitch redeem. That's someone redeemed. That is called a Twitch redeem. On Twitch, you get channel points they can redeem for stuff. Okay, so it did print hello. Okay, so that part is working. So then it is this not? Oh, hold on. I need to go here. Oh no, that's here. That should be fine. Use the other attack, please. Other arm? Not both arms. How do you, like, you have 3 attacks, and I feel like the one I always want you to use is the one you use the least. Four attacks, has not used the arm once. How many attacks is it gonna take? 5 attacks. Oh, there it is, and there's the effect. Okay, so that seems like it might work. Hey, Treehouse Bandit, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So that seems like it worked, but I think I had this as negative, so we need this as positive now, because it's not the correct way. So theoretically, it should work. Yeah, look at that. So now, if we could just have it happen. Oh, why did this happen again? Oh, because. Oh, okay. Well, I need to. So it's happening every time now, but it's working. But it's working. Yay. So what we need to do here is just we can do a gameplay tag or just a variable, honestly. It's great. Spawn actor on attack. Enable spawn actor and attack. So when we run this, we'll turn this on. And when we do this, we'll turn it off. And then we'll check to make sure that it is enabled to do it. And that should be all we need to have it not trigger every single time. Also, time-wise, it's probably, yeah, it's not gonna automatically switch back, so. There you go. It should be automated now if it's ever redeemed again. I forgot I changed some stuff. Yeah, it's a cat chat redeem on Twitch, basically. So if he does his left arm attack, it should now spawn. That's right again. It should now spawn the poison puddle. And now it will be able to replace that with whatever we want, obviously. Can you do your left arm? Okay, so it did spawn. Not quite where I wanted it. But now it should no longer spawn it. But if you did the left arm again, that it did. Okay, so let's adjust the offset on this. Let's make it 500. And we'll probably adjust. We'll replace it to be with a bigger one, most likely. But it's working. Yeah, look at that. So that's a much better placement. So basically, what we've now set up is a way for us to spawn actors in the world, like poison puddles or whatever else, without or on attacks, regular attacks, and on specific animations. Sweet. I want to see it one more time because I felt like the other one was a little bit offset. Why do you keep doing the double? Placement's okay. Placement's okay. I feel like if it was bigger, then it would be better. So. Sweet! It works though. Bunny want a carrot? Yeah, I don't care. What are you guys talking about? Oh, this feeds into my conspiracy theory that the CEO of Google is actually a buddy from space. What? Out of all the things, why a bunny? Like, from space, like, I kind of understand, right? It's just that they're so out there that they're not from Earth. But why a bunny? Because bunnies are just known, let's be honest, for fucking. So the question now becomes, are you just now imagining the CEO of Google constantly fucking? So you're switching to Unreal? Shit is so fire. Well, you might want to read the last 2 days of updates to what's coming to Unreal. It might make you reconsider. Not necessarily. Unreal 5 is still fine, but there's a little bit of a shitstorm. Look at the title of the stream. They're removing blueprints in Unreal 6 and changing a bunch of stuff. I'm not saying don't do it. 2 days ago, we didn't have this news of them removing blueprints and yeah. So, if you're fine with that, then yeah, go nuts. But as you're thinking of switching over, consider that. Versus sick, then you're good to go. I just wanted to make sure that you're informed. Look, I'll go for you. No. We don't need that. Let's do poison large. Oh, before here. Oh, hold on. Is it? Oh, do I need to change the size of it in the? I probably need to make a separate one for the boss. Yeah, there's environmental, and I'll just need to do a separate one for the boss, so I can change the size of it. And the effect and all that. Oh, yeah. I'll be right back. I was pressing the wrong button. I was like, why isn't it working? I'm back. Watching me code is so stressful. Well, it's a good thing I don't code. Pick a Discord, the Straw Hats. They look adorable. Can I just say, that looks adorable. And when you said straw hats, I didn't think you meant straw hats. No, Blueprint is programming. Coding is the writing. Coding is the syntax. At least that's how I understand the difference. I'm programming, but I'm not coding. Because I'm not writing code. Same difference? Nah. As someone that doesn't actually write any code, I could not say I couldn't tell someone I'm a programmer and they'll ask me, what language do you speak? Right? It's kind of like that. Like, I don't. Or not speak, but do you know, do you write in? Right? None. So I'm either a programmer and not a coder, or a coder and not a programmer. I'm one of those. I can't be both. So I'm pretty sure I'm a programmer, but not a coder. Yeah, I'm a programmer, but not a coder. I think I need trying to think. How am I gonna do this? Because that's the power-up stuff. Get the dot info. Yeah, theoretically should work. But yeah, a new game, a new round. No, I would need a new tag. Oh no, I could do by row name, right? Wait, what? This is removing... Oh, because I'm left then with poison dot environment. So I couldn't do this. Like dot something. I would need a new gameplay tag as well to go with it. Unless I did the override gameplay tag. I need to modify my system. Why don't you use MCP and Unreal and have Claude help you with code stuff? And that's not helping me. That's just it doing the work for me. Whereas I'm not learning anything. It's doing it something for me. Which I cannot tell if it's good, bad, or anything. That sounds like a terrible idea for me. I mean, I'll upgrade to 5.8 whenever all the plugins are updated, but that's not the problem. Problem is, why would I want it to write anything? The only time I would want it to do that is like I've used AI to write some Blender script for me for the rendering stuff, but like I don't care if that's good or not. That's not like for runtime Unreal. You don't want to learn verse anyway? No, I don't want to learn verse. Like, I don't know how many times I have to say it. I find coding extremely boring. Extremely boring. So why would I want to put into an eye to give me code that I don't even know if it's good? That sounds even more boring. And I learned nothing. At least this way, I can learn how to do everything, and then improve myself. Can Claude do blueprints? With the integration stuff, it can do it from their demo at least, because they're getting rid of blueprints in Unreal 6. They're not getting rid of the blueprints are still here. I'll continue to use blueprints in Unreal 5. I need... How do I do this? Yeah, I need a scale or something. that for the spawning. I guess for the damage, all that is still the same. So I need a way of scaling this. So if I went to here, that's your point? I don't understand the point. Unreal 6 is 3 years away. I'm not thinking about Unreal 6. Things will change. Things can change. I don't like to live in what ifs. So we'll see. We'll see what happens then. I'll be in a different spot, you know. No, they said end of 2027 is the preview build, and the full release is in 2.5 to 3 years. Roughly. From now. No. There's no February 27. No. I don't know where you got that one, but the preview build of Unreal 6 is end of year 2027. Yes, that is near 2.5 to 3 years staying in 5.8. Or if they decide to bless us with a 5.9, we'll see. But they said they're happy with 5.8 as being the final version, so I wouldn't hold my breath. I want to Niagara system scale. I think I want to expose another control. Because right on these guys, yeah, I think I want to another control so I can scale it, and then scale the or I can scale the actor potentially. But I think I need to scale both the actor and the Niagara. Just check. Why? So it does scale, but not really. So it is scale, but not really. Because I need to do more than that. Damn it. It's coming a bigger area, but obviously I want it to be as dense, which means I need to have more effects on it, which means I can't use the same Niagara system. I need to think of a... I need to think of a new solution for this. To the dots, where I can control the scale based on something. No, I can do that. The problem is the fact that my damage stuff is set up by this data table and the gameplay tag. So if I wanted to have a new one, I could do like a poison dot great spider one. Which I guess I can just set up. I can just do a great spider poison version. That was kind of the idea anyway. And then I can swap this. Ah, yeah, screw it. I'll just do that. And then I can control specifically the great spider's poison. So, yeah, let's do that. That's the easiest way. I'm going to increase the DPS. And the duration. So the duration will be effectively infinite. The dot damage will be painful.
At a cock, pausing so you don't watch me debug the same null reference for 3 minutes straight.
And then I can just increase the effect size. Yeah, it'll change it based on something. Change the spawning of it. The thing is, right, it's not an exposed thing I can just set. So, and I want to be able to control then the damage and everything else. Anyway, so the easiest way is my setup. The way I have it now is basically a data table that has the gameplay tag that gets all the information from here, the duration, it spawns it for a certain bit of length, assigns certain damage, the color. It does all of the stuff for me. I was just thinking, like, I already had a poison ground thing. I was like, do I want to just reuse it and just tweak things to make it bigger? But the easiest solution is to make specifically a spider version, because that is the better one. And that's really what I was planning to do originally anyway, is just... I was just thinking, you know, maybe I just reuse, but like, nah. Oh yeah, I've done it before for this one. Yeah, we'll tweak it right after that. That shouldn't be hard at all. Yep. Just gotta wait for the ads to finish up. But I'm thinking that we're probably not gonna go the full duration of today's stream because my throat is not happy. I'm thinking of going to the grocery store and just picking up some hauls or something. Because it is not happy with me. Oh, look, it's 777. Look, guys, you won the lottery. It's 777. Less than a week, hopefully, and that will stop being a thing. Make a new Niagara parameter float. Give it a default. Call it I believe all that stuff is already exposed. So I'm gonna duplicate this. Let's call it. I don't know. Great spider. Bring this out here, and then on this one, we just need to change the size here. Let's say to 1.2. Right. Or maybe a little even bigger. 1.5. Yeah. So we can just do that, and then we can use this one in here. And then we just need to change the poison large. What's the difference here? Is the gameplay tag? This is poison. Great spider. The main thing here we're changing is this thing. Not hidden game. What? Oh, because I changed it here. Yeah. Yeah. So now that's working. So we just need to make the sphere bigger. So we went from 0.6 to 1.5. 1.5 divided by 0.6, 2.5. So theoretically times 2.5. Oh, not on this one though. Not on this one, on this one. Yeah, there you go. In bloopers, yeah. That's how you would do it inside of that. Yep. So now, I want to go here. Assign you. Let me just check. I might need to do another thing. I need left arm, please. Thank you. Okay, good. It's here. Good. It's doing a lot of damage, and the duration is not correct. The duration of the actor is correct. The duration of the effect is not. Yeah, because we need to just crank this up. There you go. Hey, Rhino, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Do you think they will add verse nodes in the future? No. Well, not no. Definitely 100% no. But multiple Epic devs have confirmed that there is currently no plans of doing something like that at all. It is going to be pure code system. There might be like a slightly more visual IDE type thing, but not a blueprint equivalent. And so this has been confirmed from multiple Epic devs. Which is sad. But it's not that I don't think so. It's just multiple Epic devs have confirmed it. There was an Epic dev in my Discord that has confirmed it. Not to mention the few that have been like on Twitter and stuff and other places. People asking at the events. They have currently 0 plans to make a blueprint replacement. Which is kind of crazy. There we go. Okay, so now this should stick around. Why is it not sticking around? Why is this going away? Is there another duration I need to be turning on? Duration. Oh, it was the remain VFX duration. Not this one. Oh, I go. Sure. I put the wrong one on. So now it should remain. And now, there we go. Why is it on him? I feel like I need to increase the offset, but there we go. So now this one will spawn the poison puddle. Just need to offset it further. Now that it's bigger, I'll say 700. But they have added something in the future that is not good for indie devs. Oh, it's horrible for indie devs. Indie devs, solo devs, small teams of artists only that have no actual like full programmers. It is horrible. It's not going to affect like big companies at all. But man, it sucks for everyone. Not to mention that removing blueprints as they are means decades of tutorials are gone. So, yeah, it's easier for AI to vomit me out. I mean, we don't know if that's the main reason. Did not look great. Why was it to the side? That's sticking around though, which is great. Yeah, decades. Unreal 4 and Unreal 5 together. It's over a decade. There's a lot of the Unreal 4 tutorials you can still use. Yeah, and this is sticking around, and basically, I'm going to have a record of it, and then I can just delete it whenever I choose. Sweet! We have a system in place. Most AAA studios are already using either C++, or they will have, they're using AngelScript, but for indies it's over. I mean, so many, look, right? Expedition 33 was primarily built in blueprints. Because it's not like you can't make insane games. But what they're trying to do is make specifically multiplayer, always multiplayer games. They don't care about the single player experience at all, basically. They just want to, what's the way of getting infinite money which is the AAA mentality, not the indie mentality. So that's where they decided to go. They decided that. I mean, if you have 1.5 decades, I feel like 1.5 decades is how you would say it. You wouldn't say 1.5 decade, right? You wouldn't say 1.2 decade. You would say 1.2 decades. It's decades. Just because you're assuming 2 or more doesn't mean that's actually how you use the word. They seem to think Fortnite will last forever. They seem to think yeah, 1.5 miles plural. Yeah. I think the thing that is weird is, why are they trying to force both of them together? I've never heard of an Unreal 5 developer that's making their own game that's like, man, I wish I could also put this on UEFN to put into Fortnite. I've never heard that. Now, maybe, now to be fair, I don't, talk to a lot of devs. Maybe that is a sentiment, but I haven't seen it. Even after this whole thing has come out, that's been a single one that's been like, oh my god, I'm so excited about this. I don't know why we're forcing like a game engine that's meant to make other games to now be forced into the Fortnite ecosystem that most people don't care about. People who are using UEFN are going to continue like doing that, but I digress. I think every indie game made in Unreal is made with blueprints. Yeah, I think they want to prioritize AAA. For AAA, they already had C++. For AAA, also keep in mind, a lot of them will have their own proprietary stuff. Right? If you're big enough of a studio, you have your own coders that will make proprietary stuff for you. Yes, it's going to cost you a little bit, but you can do it. They want to make the engine a platform like Roblox. Do you know what happens? Do you know what has happened to every single game that has ever has come out and been saying they're the WoW killer? They failed. Every single one. You don't become as big as Minecraft by forcing yourself into the thing, right? You don't become a massive like success by forcing people. You do it naturally by people enjoying what you do and agree and liking what you're doing and wanting to support you, and then you grow. Have they not learned from the recent AAA slops that have been come out? Have High Guard, Conquered, Marathon. People want good games. People want fun, good games. They don't want to reuse crap. And guess what you're going to get with a lot of AI stuff? It's all going to look a little bit similar. Hey, I'm not saying don't use AI, right? But having it be the main selling point of Unreal 6 is kind of a... Also... I'm sorry, Tim Sweeney's whole freaking fight with Steam being a monopoly, which it isn't. You can go anywhere you want, is also crazy. So, like, yeah, make a product that people want to use, and people will go to use it. I know, crazy concept. You know who figured that out? Netflix. How many decades ago? Oh, people don't want to deal with going to the store. What if we just have it a convenient thing where you can just send something in and get it back? Oh, a convenient thing that people want to use. Oh. That's already a big complaint about UE games, how they look similar. I mean, look, you could also tell that about most games in general. But that's not the problem of the game, of the game engine. That's a problem of the artist who's making it and not customizing it enough. Right? If you make a shitty table, that's not the fault of the hammer. That's the fault of the woodsmith. Or the carpenter, rather. The Epic Store enables Steam to not be a monopoly. Yeah, there's a lot of options you can go to. It's just people choose Steam because it is the best consumer experience. If they want to steal Steam's user base, it's simple. Make a better product than Steam. And people will go to it. But at least people like me realize that Steam is currently, objectively, the best consumer-forward experience. For a consumer, that is the best. So we will go there. Every Maya render looks the same. Every Houdini Pyro looks the same. Every Blender render looks the same. Yeah. Yeah, the launcher's horrible. Oh yeah, you'll probably never see an update to that. Yeah, you like how this has an organization here? This is great. I love this. This is so good. Do you like how you have no organization here? Oh yeah, I love this. This is so good. I can only sigh. I can only sigh. I feel like the offset isn't actually relative to the character for some reason. Or something's up. That is definitely not relative to the character. Why is that not relative to the character? Forward vector based on offset. Because if it's facing an X vector exactly, multiplied by Z, this won't work. This is not quite right. Anyway, I gotta fix that, but my throat's killing me. Best thing they can do as a company is listen to people instead of just listening to themselves. Fighting with Steam, with a loyal user base will do more damage to good. Oh yeah, absolutely. Here's what I think will happen. Yeah, there's just my thoughts. If they indeed do not provide a blueprint alternative, as they're saying they will not, for UE6, indies and solo devs will migrate somewhere else and use another program. They will. And that is a big market that Unreal will lose. Hey, Carlton, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Tim is very smart when it comes to tech and coding, but not when it comes to people. With Gabe understands a lot more. Oh yeah, it's not everyone's good at everything. That's why you tend to hire people. Right? Like one person can be very good at one thing, one person is good at another thing, and then you find the best person for the job. Anyway, my throat is killing me. I'm gonna go to the store and grab some Halls or something. So I'm gonna call it a little bit early today. Hopefully this does not transform into a big sickness thing. God, I don't want that. Because I definitely need my voice for Saturday. But I hope you guys had fun. We'll continue game deving tomorrow, probably without the, start of talking about this yet again. Unless some big news comes out, but I doubt it. But yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. And I will see you all tomorrow for Friday. Have a good night, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.